This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more. And if it's Tuesday, first of all, you have to always support the arts. Most important, very important, especially in today's society that we're going through. So, broadcasting on Talk 4 TV, K4HD Radio, Talk 4 Media, and over 100 outlets right around the world right now. So this show is great because here I am back in Los Angeles for the Greek Film Festival that starts tomorrow. But I'm really, really happy because I had a great talk with Traci today. I've been looking forward with Mike because he's kind of been begging to come on. And anybody who begs to come on is okay with me. And the guy ran back to his office to be on the show. So, Mike, I really appreciate that. And this other young lady who happens to be a comedian, I find that fascinating. I like what she does, and I followed her today. We're going to talk about these things. So I do this. On movie reviews and more, you guys are allowed to brag about what you do. It's almost like speaking to the world. And the reason I encourage that, because you all have great things to say. So, Carol, I'm going to start up with you, followed by Terry. Tell everybody who you are, where you're coming from.
Hi, I'm super excited to be here. I'm Carol Register, as you can see from my name on the show. Whoop, whoop. I've been hosting with Brian since January of 24. I am a neuroscience-based coach who takes women from 6 to 7 figures to 7 figures and beyond. And I also have a boutique retreat estate in the Andes Mountains of southern Chile where I help you reset your nervous system in the abundance of nature.
Terry.
I'm Terry Marie. I'm here in Westlake, California. I have been with Brian since 2014. I do the red carpet interviews at our celebrity events. I'm also a fitness junkie, competitor, actress. I dabble in a little bit of art, and I work in the medical field, and I'm happy to be here. Happy Tuesday.
Traci, I'm going straight to you. You're that TV radio person, and I just love the stuff you do. We could talk for hours like I do to talk to Carol for hours. Tell everybody where you're coming from because I love the things that you're doing.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me here. I'm excited to be here. I'm Traci Sanders Campbell, or Traci S. Campbell, whichever you prefer. I am in the Chicago land area, and I am the proud founder of the BIBO, Beauty and Beauty Out Foundation. It's been around since 2013. We've honored a lot of incredible women across the U.S. And we have a scholarship fund for young ladies that are coming from a disadvantaged background, but have a great future ahead of them. And I also happen to be the founder of BeSpire TV, where our motto is be informed, be entertained, be inspired. And we are so excited about the great content that we have there. And we're going to talk all about that, I'm assuming, today, right here.
Yeah.
Mike Tove, I love your short. Talk about that. Where you coming from?
Yeah. Well, I'm a native of the Raleigh, North Carolina area. I live kind of two lives. One is in the financial services world. I have a company. Yeah. And the other is I'm in the film world, and I'm a writer and a producer. And I guess I'm here to talk about the film that we just got done. Well, did it a year ago, but and maybe more along those lines. We'll find out.
And I can't wait to ask you about those little things that aren't important behind you that are really
God,
important.
no, you mean these little things? Yeah.
Yes, those little things. Talk about that first. Go ahead. You're about to brag here. Talk about that.
Okay.
You worked hard, Mike, didn't you?
Yeah. So, those are some little knickknacks I picked up for the film included. Yeah. So this one here is from Cannes, from the Cannes World Film Festival.
Awesome.
I'm leaving to go to Cannes in 3 weeks, something like that. And I've decided I need to have my head examined because I'm literally flying out on a Thursday, arriving Friday, attending the festival award ceremony on Saturday, and flying back on Sunday.
Wow.
So talk about jet lagging.
You won't even have a chance to experience jet lag. It'll just be like a blur.
Yeah, well, but I'll go next year too. So I'll drag it out more. It was a little bit of a last minute thing. But you're in LA, right?
I'm in LA right now, but I was in North Carolina a couple of days ago.
Oh, you were? Really? Which part?
Charlotte.
Oh, Charlotte. Okay, well, that's my daughter's in Charlotte. I'm a little bit more central.
Mike, I already know about you. You just don't know it.
Oh, no.
I know about all of you people.
Are you trying to say that you know where I live? And
oh, I know where you are.
Oh, God, yeah.
Ryan knows everything, right?
Hey, we're coming back to you because when it comes to everything Greek, and she is funny. Yes, I've been watching what you've been doing. I just hadn't met you before. That's important because I am out here to cover the Los Angeles International Greek Film Festival because I love anything Greek and Italian. That's really important. So, funny girl, tell us who you are and where you're coming from. And don't be ashamed because I saw the pictures with you and my friend Al.
Al Pacino, you mean? Al Pacino was my teacher. Yes, I'm an actress and stand-up comedian based in LA the last years. So right now I'm in New York. We just finished a film, New Scarface, kind remake, where I play a journalist and I also make an impersonation of my teacher Al Pacino. So I show up as Tony Montana. And also I make an impersonation of Michelle Pfeiffer as Elvira.
Wow.
Same time I do stand-up around the city, like the Broadway Club, the New York Comedy Club, playing all these crazy characters around. My films are drama. All my films are drama. I have a classic theatrical background. I love Broadway. But because we don't have theater in LA, that's why I do a lot of stand-up comedy.
Wow.
And just in case you didn't know, you are allowed to speak Greek on here.
Question: You said something about Michelle Pfeiffer. I worked with her a long time ago on a film.
Oh yes, in this new film that we make right now, I impersonate her as Elvira, as she was in the first Scarface.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you worked with her directly or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I never meet her.
Oh, okay.
I would love to meet her, but I never meet her.
And I was letting you know, you can speak Greek on here because we do have a Greek audience. And my Greek godmother lives in Cyprus, who was just here a couple of weeks ago.
Oh.
And what was the funny movie that was featured last year that we talked about? Greek Mothers
Never Die.
Yeah. So if you want some comedy, that might be a great one to catch.
Yeah. The last years I work more with my films are all dramas. I just finished 3 other films. One with Mickey Rourke here in Brooklyn a few months ago. The title is Ave You. Another with Liam Neeson. The title is Hotel Tehran. And another with Adi Garcia, which is sci-fi fantasy films. Before that, I make a film with David Cronenberg, Crimes of the Future, with Viggo Mortensen. And I had the honor to do and co-direct in one Ridley Scott film on 2021. With all these films, we go also in Cannes Festival. like the gentleman before say about the Cannes Festival. In Ridley Scott film, I impersonate Elton John character. That was in the middle of the COVID. That was very interesting for me. And after I told him, sir, can I do the same character that I catch already, but can I do the same character as I choose 3 famous British guys, Elton John, Freddie Mercury, and Ozzy Osbourne. And he gave to me 24 hours and he decided to keep me as Elton John. Yeah, it was a big honor for me. Again, it was a drama. It was about the COVID, that film. Yeah. And now I prepare a new film about my teacher, Al Pacino. It's already in IMDb. The title is God Bless You, Al Pacino. I write it and I do the cast, and also this is going to be my first behind the cameras. I'm going to direct it also. I start to cut some comedians, and this is like a black comedy based on Serpico. It's a true story who happened in Greece on 1973, when Pacino make the real Scarface. So it's a black comedy. Everybody gonna play serious, but it's about Pacino, and I offer it to him also. And after here, this is in my plan to start to do his scenes. I'm gonna start with him in Los Angeles because I live in Los Angeles. I based in Los Angeles. Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be quite amazing.
Yeah.
And something to have to impersonate in that way sounds very challenging.
In this film, I will not play. I'm just write and direct it. In the new one, the God Bless You, Al Pacino. But yes, it's a film to honor him for what he offered general to the cinema all these years.
It's to be able to do this black comedy on, based on Scarface and working with Al Pacino. Will you be working with him in this?
Yes, in my film, God Bless You, Al Pacino, he's gonna participate too.
Okay.
It's the honor film about him. Yeah.
And so, you were mentioning like that you had offered it to him. So I appreciate you clarifying that. That's, it sounds like it's going to be something very interesting, especially being a black comedy, with that comedic element and yet the Scarface element too.
This is a true story about Serpico. The film that we finished now is about Scarface. My film based on the Serpico.
And say that again. Serpico?
Yeah, the God Bless You, Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Based on the Serpico.
Okay.
The Scarface, okay, it's not my film. Eric Spade is the director. I just play there. I impersonated Pacino and Pfeiffer.
Well, this sounds like it's going to be very interesting. And when are you anticipating this coming out?
Right now, we just finished the film. The next month, they're going to editing and they're going to send it out to festivals.
Okay. So it's like all just wrapping up right now.
Yes.
Mr. Tove, I am curious, like, since you're in financing and in films, are you able to put together the funding for your films because of your connection?
All right. So yes and no. So because my securities licensing is such that I have to keep the two worlds very separate.
Gotcha.
Because film financing cannot go through securities compliance, not with the SEC watching and so forth. I'm an IAR. So, But
I don't even know what an IAR is.
Registered Investment Advisor, a Series
Okay.
5 security licensed registered investment advisor. No, so with the films, we're working especially on some of the larger projects that I've got in the hopper. Yeah, we're working with some pretty major distributors who have agreed to finance it, and we're just putting together a few little bits and pieces. Well, a lot, and it's quite a process, but we're moving forward on a theatrical feature. Just completed last year. Completed this 30-minute live action short, Yard Sailing, which has been blowing the doors off the festivals. We're presently at 304 festival wins.
Wow. Okay. So I was just at a digital festival, and I'm wondering were you submitting shorts to these festivals?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So,
because
Yard Sailing is a short. It's technically a short.
I may have seen that one. Yeah.
Well, to be completely, what it really is it's a theatrical feature that just happens to run 30 minutes. Yeah. And so it's not going to show up in the theaters, but the production quality is at the same level as any major feature. Tom Logan, who is our director, was a studio director for Universal for many years. And Tom has only one approach to doing any film, short or long, and that is to do it with a level of excellence that is not compromised in any way, shape, or form. And because of that, we are literally now, as far as we can tell, I mean, nobody keeps the data completely, but we're within the top 10 most awarded live action short films ever in the history of film. Yeah.
Wow.
It's great. It's nuts.
Mike, the good thing about that is that's not talked about enough, especially at film festivals, because it's not easy to win a lot of those awards, and people don't realize that. It's not even easy to get into film festivals. Traci, I'm coming to you next. But talk about getting in, because that's not easy.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
I do know. I used to pick films. It's not easy.
I've done it. I've done a lot of it. It's just about submit. And of course it runs the budget up a little, but that's why I'm a Film Three-Way Gold member. So at least I got a discount.
Yeah.
And of course, once you start doing it a lot, the festivals come after you. It's pretty remarkable. I get half a dozen solicitations a day from festivals saying, join us. Some of them I've already won. And it's like, okay, so yeah, would you please enter? And I was like, yeah, I already did. But we've been having a lot of fun with it. A lot of the festivals are foreign. We've won. Oh my God. We've got a festival awards on 4 continents, and I've been to a handful of domestic festivals. I'm going to Cannes on the 25th of June for the Cannes World Film Festival, and so
did you submit to you submitted in Cannes as well?
Yes. Yeah,
wow.
we've won. The Cannes World Film Festival has 2 groups. They have monthly and then they have annual, and so we've won 4 different awards at the monthly levels, 3 nominations, and now we've been nominated for their annual, and so I'm going for their award show. I don't know if I'm going to get past a nomination or not, but I'm going. And I love walking the red carpet. I love putting on my little tux and so having a great time. You guys were out in LA. I was out in LA in March for the Hollywood Real Independent Film Festival, where we were a nominee and winner. Well, Eric Roberts was a winner. Eric won for best actor in a supporting actor in a short, and so I told him, I said, you know, the I don't know if he went and got the award. I haven't. I talked to him. I had lunch with him and Eliza right before the thing, and he said he was going to go over and pick up his trophy, but he never found out if he has yet or not.
If he has. When we come back around in a minute, it would be great to hear your version of the story of the trailer, if you will.
Trailer. We didn't make a trailer. We talked about it, and it's never happened.
Okay.
We have a film.
Well,
That's my problem with short films. It's hard to describe them sometimes, and especially if someone hasn't seen it. Because I saw your film twice and I liked it.
Good, thank you.
But speaking about things like that in movies, this is where Traci comes in, because you guys got a lot of movies on BeSpire TV. Talk about that and why that's important, because she and I think we talked for like almost 40 minutes today.
We did, Brian. Again, thanks for having me here. Yes, BeSpire TV, we have licensed content. We also have a lot of original projects that are coming down the pike. And one of the reasons why we created the platform was to give a credible platform to independent filmmakers, whether that's feature films, whether that's shorts, and definitely giving room for a lot of female filmmakers, podcasters, content creators. So BeSpire TV has really grown over the last year. We're getting more and more folks that are learning about us, what we do, what we stand for. And yes, you can watch classic movies on BeSpire TV, but you can also see some pretty cool original content that you're not going to see anywhere else. And speaking of film festivals, this November, in conjunction with 2 or 3 other networks, we're kind of coming together as a collaborative effort, if you will, and we're launching our first Creators Festival, where it's not just for movies. You know, we're going to give a platform for podcasters and a platform for other types of creative content to be recognized and to be made aware of across various other platforms. And we're talking to folks like Tove and Peacock that may want to support our first effort out the door. And if it goes well, it's a virtual event this year, but if it goes well, we hope to have it more in person in 2027. So there's a lot of things that we're doing over at BeSpire TV right about now.
When is it in 27 going to be? And I'll tell you why I asked that in a minute.
Well, right now it's slated for November of this year, 2026, and then we haven't put a date yet. Yeah, we haven't put a date yet for 2027.
So the reason I say that is that I'm in production on about a 4-minute CG animated short that we're targeting for the Festival de Cannes, the big one, and unfortunately, or not. The rules of Festival de Cannes are essentially that a film is ineligible if it has been anywhere else beforehand.
Yeah.
So we're trying to time it so that we can get in and then not be outdated for all the rest of the festivals. So kind of playing that little game. Yeah. But I've got some the production quality that we're going to have on this thing is just off the charts, and it's going to be so much fun. And then you talked about women. An extremely good friend of mine who was our second AD on Hollytown, Balsam, and I are conspiring on a short that I wrote with her input, and she's going to direct, and we're going to look to shoot that probably in August of this year.
Nice.
and about an 8-minute short. And every single one of these films that I do are, as I have come to learn, are Hitchcockian. I didn't come up with that term, but it's being applied.
Yeah.
And but Luna clearly is going to be Hitchcockian, and Ordinary Processes, the little animated short, is very Hitchcockian.
I think it's a great term, Hitchcockian.
Yeah.
I mean, conveys immediately, you know what? Yeah.
That's going to be.
It is funny because the first time I heard that term applied to what I was doing was in a group podcast with me and Eric and Eliza, and the moderator threw it out there, and it just went clean over my head. And Eric came back and he says, "They're talking about you," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And and Eliza was like, "Yeah," and it's like, "Oh my gosh, okay."
If it fits, it fits, right?
Yeah.
Traci, you mentioned that you stand for something with BeSpire. What is it that you stand for there?
With BeSpire, again, our motto is be informed, be entertained, be inspired. And I think that we're living in a time right now where we need more positive programming. We've thrown that term around over the years in various ways and in various conversations. But I think right now we really do need to focus on more positive programming that is entertaining but also informative, programming that is inspiring but also entertaining. I think they all basically they're interwoven together if it's done correctly, right? So we wanted to develop a platform where we can have original storytelling, where we can have positive programming, and it doesn't have to be corny or hokey. It can be very compelling and very interesting. And so that's what we're purposing to do and on BeSpire TV. And so far it's going really well with some of the content that we're getting in right about now.
Traci, that's interesting because because when I write, everything I write is designed specifically to be what I call high content. If a story can't address the human condition, I'm not interested in it. And I'm not a fan of two-dimensional tissue paper thin plots that are more about how many gratuitous explosions you can throw on the screen in a nanosecond. And it's funny because you come back to that Hitchcock thing. Alfred Hitchcock was a master of scaring the duties out of us and not actually showing any violence.
That's true.
I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan, so much so that we do have an Alfred Hitchcock channel on BeSpire TV where we air a lot of his classic movies. I'm a huge Alfred Hitchcock fan. Yeah, so luckily others are as well. That's one of our popular channels on BeSpire TV. Folks do not get enough of Alfred Hitchcock and his content.
And it's funny because, and I say this when I have a chance to talk to others about it, is that the films have gone away from, too often have gone away from that higher echelon. And it's not that audiences don't know what a great storytelling is. It's just they've forgotten what it looks like.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. From a neuroscience basis, it's a lot of what we receive appeals to our negativity bias. And turning it around, though, putting that high vibe energy in the world is so measurable now. We can literally see that it does have an overall effect. And I think it's hugely important at this stage of the game. So really appreciate both of you. And, with Hitchcock, it was mystery, right?
It was.
I mean,
was.
The essence of
and it made you think, right?
Yeah.
It was entertaining. It was cerebral. It was funny. I mean, he was a master at being able to weave all of those emotions and all of those concepts into a masterpiece. And he did it over and over and over again in different movies, which is why we have such a great library of Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Without
There's always great documentaries on
without
those.
tipping his hand as to where it was going to end up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
That to me, I mean,
like,
Brian, I know you've seen Yard Sailing, so you know that I definitely don't tip my hand to anything in that film. But everything, everything that I write and all the films and all the stories that I love, when I was a kid, I loved reading the short stories by O. Henry.
mm-hmm.
Because they would tell this story and there was always an unexpected little twist at the end.
Yeah.
And Rod Serling, and much more recently, this English series of films called Foyle's War. If you've never seen it, oh my gosh, it's incredible. Wow. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, wow.
My problem is that a lot of people don't get a chance to see it because they can't find the right streaming services. Not everybody has the same streaming services, and we talk about this every week. Despina, I don't know if we lost you or not, but since we're talking about directors, I think of Otto Preminger. I just films that he did would say Dorothy Dandridge.
Absolutely.
And those things like that. David Lean was one of my favorite directors.
Yep.
You got to talk about Lawrence of Arabia. Those things like that.
Right.
Did we lose you, or is she still there?
Lawrence of Arabia, of course, was just one of those mega classics,
Yeah.
And but it wasn't just that. I mean, the cinematography in that thing was just insane. And and all of it. I think that people have. I think I've said this so many times of late. One of the most extraordinary opening sequences of any film I've ever seen, and nobody remembers the opening sequence of this. And it runs 4 or 5 minutes before you get to what everybody knows is iconic, is
Touch of Evil?
Sound of Music.
No.
I thought he was leading up to Touch of Evil as well, or Citizen Kane.
Go watch it. Go watch the opening sequence long before Julie Andrews, 5 minutes before Julie Andrews ever comes on singing. It is breathtaking. It is visually incredible. It just crescendos. It's remarkable, and people don't realize how good it is until I turn around and I say, let me show it to you. In fact, if I show it to them without telling them what it is, they're going, oh my God, what is this?
Well, I was over Seder. I was at a friend's house and we watched the original 10 Commandments and just looking at the sets.
Yeah.
I mean, my gosh, I was like, how in the world did they pull this off now with the way things are, but the physical human labor that went into that was
absolutely,
it was breathtaking, right?
Yeah.
And then
I think we've lost something in the storytelling, now we have all these, and I'm a tech person. I've been in technology for a long time, so I appreciate innovations in technology, but I think as it relates to storytelling, as it relates to really conveying the human condition, I think older movies did a phenomenal job of that, because you had to lean on your talent. You had to lean on your physicality with emotions and expressions and so forth. And you didn't have all these other technical widgets, if you will, to fill in the blank. And I think that we're missing that. And I think that's why I talk to a lot of people, interview a lot of people, and the common denominator is that they like the fact that they can go to a place and see this great collection of classic TV shows and movies because of the storytelling, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Brian.
I would say this part. Touch of Evil has the best opening. That one shot in Venice Beach that Orson Welles did is still great. And I got a chance to talk to Janet Leigh and Charlton Heston about that. On the remake of that, the remaster of that, and I just thought that was phenomenal. I could see what you're seeing by Sound of Music, but that one shot of that was that's in my book. That's the one.
Well, yeah, no, I understand, and and there's but look at who you're talking about too. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
And Tom Logan, for example, was very good friends with Charlton Heston, and so I've got a lot of secondary stories from Tom on him and a lot of others. I mean, and I've been fortunate enough to have been around some of the greats. I spent 2 days with Gregory Peck, and you know, and we talked. One of the things I talked with him about a lot was MacArthur. And the reason I did is because my wife is Philippine, and I was getting ready to go over there, and so I was telling him, and I asked him, I said, you know, did you shoot it over there? And he was like, no, and he was very disappointed. He was looking forward to actually going to the Philippines, and then for budgetary reasons, they moved it to Mexico. But you know, I mean. But as you guys know, when you get around some of these greats, most of the time, what they are is just regular people who have done extraordinary things with talent, and they do it because they love it, and they don't do it for all of the superficiality reasons.
Right. You know, another director that I personally love, and of course he's not making movies like he used to. I can't remember if he's still with us or not, but Brian De Palma. You know, I think that, you know, when I think of Blowout with John Travolta, when I think of Dress to Kill, one of my favorite mysteries,
Michael Caine. Oh my God.
Caine, yeah. I mean, you know, again, the camera angles coupled with the storytelling. Now that really was very Hitchcockian. Brian De Palma, to me, was one of the folks that could emulate Hitchcockian storytelling as well as camera angles like no other. And I don't know if we've had anyone that could really, in my humble opinion, could get as close to that as Brian De Palma. I can't think of anyone else off the top of maybe a David Lynch, but I think that was just a totally different genre.
Well, I got one question for everybody on a classic movie, starting with Traci. What's your favorite classic film? And I'm going to start it off. Mine, it's Mad World. Go, Traci. What's yours?
Okay. Oh my God, there's so many. Strangers on a Train, Alfred Hitchcock.
Mike?
Everybody says what's my favorite. I don't really have.
Off the top of your head. I
don't know. Casablanca, maybe.
Okay, there you go. Carol, do you have one?
Yeah, I was thinking. I'm torn. I like Dr. Zhivago, but also Gone with the Wind as well. Yeah.
And I was gonna say the other great one shot with that crane, Gone with the Wind. Terry, you got a great class.
The only thing that's coming in my head right now is just because I loved as a kid is Wizard of Oz. But you mean
that's a great film. The best year of filmmaking is 1939, right,
Yeah.
Mike?
Right. Well, you know, it was, by the way, Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind were not only the same year; it was the same director. So,
wow.
You know what's I just kind of wanted to add before I forgot. When you guys are talking about old films, the thing that I think we miss the most when you watch old films is the costume design.
Yeah.
The costume design is what I miss.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
The detail that went into it, the paintings, the fabrics, like, yeah, I'm right there with you. Traci, what are some of the channels you have on your show? You mentioned the Hitchcockian one, but give us a spectrum of what you have available.
Absolutely. So BeSpire TV has a TV guide as well as on demand and actual live streaming. On the TV guide is where we have a lot of our channels. Again, we talked about Alfred Hitchcock. We also have a history channel, which I am learning a lot of people are really enjoying. Who knew that the history channel would be one of the favorite. Yeah, that was kind of a shock. Kung Fu. We have a Kung Fu channel. We also have anime and manga, which I happen to really like. So we have anime and manga for those who are into that. We also have curated channels such as The Lucy Show, Bonanza, Beverly Hillbillies. You know, this is again
like MASH and some of those great.
Some of those classic, we were able to obtain all of the episodes or most of the episodes, and we were able to put together channels of that nature. We also have classic cartoons for those who like old cartoons. I'm talking from 1940s up to the 80s and 90s.
Big Roadrunner fan.
You go. We have Roadrunner. There you go.
The original, but anything with Mel Blanc.
Yes, anything with his, we have all of that. Then we also are beginning to put more and more music channels and different genres of music that we're beginning to curate and so forth. So that is the TV guide. There's other channels, but those are the ones that come off the top of my head. And then of course,
I have a big vote for Asian dramas, K drama, C drama, J drama. They're awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're trying to get more and more of content that you're just not going to see on any other streaming platform. Yeah. We have some movies and content that folks have said, wow, not only is it free to watch, but I can't find it anywhere else. And so, that's a big win for us. And so we're proud of the content that we're creating.
Yeah.
Bravo. Yeah, Despina, I know we lost you for a little while. Did we get you back?
Yeah.
So we were talking about a few good movies. Everybody picked one classic movie that they liked. Mine was It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And I don't know if we lost you. We were talking about directors. I think of Ridley Scott, Brian De Palma, Orson Welles, David Lean, all of those. What say you?
I agree with Mr. Traci. Miss Traci, Brian De Palma is one of my favorite directors.
Yes.
My favorite films included De Palma, but also one Asian, Akira Kurosawa, The Run, and Orson Welles, The Citizen Kane is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they're so huge directors like Kubrick. I love all of his films. He has range.
I'm fascinated that nobody is mentioning John Ford.
Another
if you like the westerns, yes, because one of my other favorite directors is Robert Wise.
Westerns. I mean, John Ford created a lot of the directorial styles that are today. It's Orson Welles said, paraphrasing, that the 5 greatest directors in history are John Ford, John Ford, John Ford, John Ford, and John Ford.
Hey, you made me think of Robert Wise, The Day the Earth Stood Still, not the remake, the original.
Yeah.
And that movie still holds up to what kind of goes on today.
Yeah.
You don't listen to what's going on with planet Earth, you don't have a planet, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I love all the original. I believe it was actually a TV series, not a movie, of Pride and Prejudice, and it was a comedy, done as a comedy, and I think that was very early, back in the 30s or 40s. Anybody remember that?
Pride and Prejudice, yeah. There's not. It's interesting. I tend to be a proponent and a fan of originals of everything, because there's so many remakes, right? There's so many remakes. I tend to like the original of most movies and even TV shows, but there are a few remakes that I have to give some credit to, and to me, when you give credit to a remake, they've done a great job, because most of the time it's really, really, really hard to beat the original. I mean, it's rarely done that you're able to beat the quality and the authenticity of the original.
Pink Panther comes to mind immediately,
where they were able to do it. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. I can think of maybe only a couple that were remakes that were actually as good as, if not better than, the original. It's hard.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a couple minutes left. Despina, what do you got coming up, and where can people see you?
Tomorrow I'm perform at the Broadway Comedy Club. Last night I met Sofia Vergara, so tomorrow I'm thinking to show up as Lucille Ball or Lenny Kravitz, because it's Lenny Kravitz's birthday today. And I maybe do Lenny to honor him, wish him happy birthday as Lenny.
Yeah, yes. Lenny Kravitz is great, and I could definitely see myself enjoying your show as Lucille Ball for sure. Especially with your hat on right now and the curl. I mean, I could definitely see her in something very similar. And she is so iconic. Well, as is Lenny Kravitz as well, right?
I love Lenny. Everybody loves Lenny. I think I'm gonna do Lenny. I play him often at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. I used to show up in LA every Monday at the Comedy Store. But since I'm here and since it's his birthday today, I'm gonna do him.
Yeah, that makes sense. That'll be awesome. And where are you doing that at?
At the Broadway Comedy Club.
Okay.
Tomorrow at 5 p.m.
You're in New York right now,
Yes,
right?
correct. Yes.
So, and when will you be heading back to California, or do you have that yet?
Let's see. We need a few more days to finish the film. And also, I'm gonna do Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer live on stage, since I do already for the film. This is two characters that I would never think that I'm gonna play them.
Right.
So since I'm doing for the film, I'm gonna show up in comedy clubs to play them too.
Yeah, that is quite a disparity right there, Michelle Pfeiffer, and to have them both be together is something that's very interesting to think about.
I spend a lot of time to catch, because I do all the makeup and hair and like this. I do by myself.
Wow.
I spend a lot of time to catch Tony Montana makeup.
I can imagine. I can only imagine. And you've got to be so quick at it, right? We were talking about the old movies and the physicality of that. This is very physical, what we're talking about, being on a comedy stage, changing costumes, playing these different characters. Yeah, it's quite incredible.
It's exciting.
Despina, give me social media links for everybody also.
What?
Your social media links for everybody.
Yeah, it's Despina, Despina, Mirou like the painter, Mirou.
Yeah.
Despina Mirou. And Despina Mirou is also my website and all my social media. So you can find me, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Mille grazie, I appreciate it. I want to wish to all of you, Miss Traci, good luck to your shows and your films.
Thank you.
Miss Maggie Tove, good luck. More awards is on the road for you. And everything you guys like, I wish you best luck to your projects.
Oh, thank you. Same to you. Same to you.
Thank you for that. Thank you. And Mr. Tove, what about your contacts right now?
My what?
Your contacts. They came out funny. I started to say social media and then I switched it.
Yeah, because I don't actually do social media, believe it or not. I'm of an older school. We just don't do that. Talk to my daughter about social media. I don't know.
Do you like to be contacted by email or by phone?
Oh, yeah. So the way to get a hold of me is through my production company, emeraldoakproductions.com. By the way, if you want to see the movie Yard Sailing, just go to emeraldoakproductions.com. It's there.
Okay. Awesome.
We put it up on the website, and we've got that. We've got some of the podcasts that I've done are up there, all kinds of stuff. And then as we start putting out some more films, we'll eventually get them up on it as well. So.
Okay, awesome. And what about you, Traci? How can we get a hold of you?
I made it really easy for those of you that are Instagrammers. You can go to I am Traci S. Campbell, Tracis Campbell. I am Traci S. Campbell, or BeSpire, BeSpire TV. Both of them are on Instagram. And for Facebook, again, it's BeSpire TV, or the Beauty In, Beauty Out tour for our 501c3 foundation.
Awesome. Terry, what about you?
It's on social media, Terry Marie, nonstop on all platforms.
And I'm at Carol Register on all platforms, at NeuroCoach Carol on Instagram, but you can find me by looking up Carol Register.
And as I always say, thank everybody for coming. It's never always easy putting the shows together, as Traci knows, as Carol knows. And Mike, keep up the good work and what you're doing. And Despina, I'm going to definitely get a chance to see you because I love everything Greek, and you are funny. Terry, I will see you tomorrow night. Actually, tonight. As I always say to everybody, have a good night tonight, a better day tomorrow. If you see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours because
Thank
the
you.
world needs it. I'm Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
Rebel.